Okay, so we're here, Salt Lake City. You've made it all the way around.
Yeah.
Started in Texas, right?
Yep.
And then drove across to New Mexico. Hung out in Arizona for a few days.
It's kind of been zigzagging.
Yeah. You went up to Reno, Nevada, and then out to California, and then up the coast. Spent some time in Oregon, Washington,
Northern California,
down through Boise, and then now here in Salt Lake. So we could give a little recap of the trip. What has been like the highlight for you? What's your favorite moment so far?
Man, I think my favorite moment so far is the clinicians I'm meeting. I'm meeting people that I don't know, and obviously people who are not familiar with Limber or other partner Every Labs. And so it's been real exciting introducing this new technology to the people in the field. There's a lot of small mom and pop clinics that don't know about us, and we like to give those mom and pop clinics a good fighting chance, I say.
Yeah, and it's been cool to see people get excited that you're coming by for sure.
Yeah, people asking us to stop by now, and I didn't expect to go into this. And I think the first drop by that I was asked to go to was in Vacaville, California, with Jason Silber, I think is his last name, and that's part of the Equal group. And Walker being old neighbors with the CEO of Equal is kind of cool. So it's building momentum as far as the excitement, and it's helping get Limber and Every Labs out there, I feel like.
I think both of us can confidently say that we love working with Limber. I really like the team at Limber and look forward to doing more with them in whatever capacity that looks like for sure. It's been cool to, still I haven't been able to, try the Unileg, but even editing your videos and seeing clinicians, and I just edited one last night from the AMP group and getting those patient testimonials, it's pretty cool product. It's pretty cool to be able to, one, give more access to people in some ways, but then other just more access to things like this. Right? I feel like, not that regular prosthetics can't get up here. Obviously, I'm wearing a regular prosthetic, but I feel like a lot of the people that I've talked to that are switching to Unileg or have a Unileg now, they realize that this is a lot more open to them being able to go for hikes.
Yeah, it's not just a water shower leg like everyone thinks when I walk in the door. And I think that's kind of, I don't want to say selling point, because me and you we're Limber adjacent, and we're really passionate about helping amputees and helping small clinics and highlights, and kind of we have our own different brands. You're more clinical driven, I'm more adventurous driven, and that's what I love about this whole 90 clinics in 90 days is I'm getting to show places like this. I've never been to Salt Lake, and seeing all the mountains and then popping in places, and people get excited when you come in, and people are following along on the journey. I stopped in Boise, Idaho, and talked to Advanced Prosthetics, but I forgot the clinician's name. I met 7 or 8 of them while I was there. And I was telling him, I'm on a 90-day road trip. I'm 7,000 miles in. He's like, yeah, no, I've been following along on LinkedIn.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's building excitement.
Yeah, no, it's definitely cool. And yeah, dude, this is my favorite place in the world.
Me
and my wife got engaged 200 yards that way.
Oh, nice.
so it's cool to see all the places. I've been jealous of, when you said, when I look at the drone shots and everything that you upload, it's damn, that looks nice. It looks like David had a fun weekend this weekend. You're just exploring around, and it fits your personality pretty well. It
does, yeah, and it doesn't feel like a job. I woke up there a day and I'm like, I feel like I've just been, all my friends back home are like, oh, that's so awesome. It doesn't seem like you're working. And I just kind of thought about it. I was like, it doesn't feel like work because it's something I'm passionate and I love to do. And I get excited. Sometimes I'll drive 200 miles before the next appointment. So I'm ready to get out of the car. I'm ready to talk to somebody. And when people just give me 5 minutes or 10 minutes of their time, it's a good feeling knowing that they're busy and they're cutting a little bit of their schedule out for us.
Yeah, it makes a difference because how valuable their time is, how busy they are, because we've been there for sure. Yeah, it's been cool for me to kind of watch from the sidelines and see you thriving in something that works well for you, but then also just people being excited about Unileg. And it's I think in a perfect world, neither one of us would choose to be salesmen, right? That's not necessarily what we want to do, but we want other amputees to know that this is available to them. It's there. I don't want every person to buy a Unileg unless every person wants a Unileg. But how does every person know if they want a Unileg if they don't know if it exists or not?
And the coolest thing to me about the leg, not besides it's light and it functions very well, is the attention it gets. It's bright colored, first of all, which is something I love. But people think it's a very unique design. And
it is, of course.
I've had people stop me in the mall yesterday. Some lady at Chick-fil-A stopped to talk to me about it. It's not, like you said, it's not a sales pitch. This is authentic David Slider at the moment.
For sure.
This is what I love to do. I love to help, and I love to to impact this industry. And even if it's not, someone missing a limb, maybe it's mental health. Everyone has their own struggles, whether it's physical, mental, or whatever they went through. And that's something I just love to highlight and help people with, because when people look at me and say, I'm so proud of you, I could never do that. And I look right back at them and say, well, you've been through something I've never been through. And I probably don't know what that's like.
It's all relative, man. Yeah. It's like the worst thing for my daughter is when she doesn't get blackberries on time. But like that to her is the worst thing she's experienced.
We're just open to anything. Like I said, we don't know where the next 90 days is going. We have a good feeling about this, but we would love to work with anybody, anything we can do to help anybody out outside the industry. If you want us to come in and maybe give you pointers on how to set your lab up, techniques on how to laminate or fabricate.
Or maybe you just have a user that's like, I need him to talk to somebody.
Yeah. Advocacy.
That happens for me once a week. And so like, I don't want to harp on it too much, but I am pretty grateful to Limber and like their support, because they have been as cool as cooler than I would have expected, like especially with us working with other products and everything, like a cool team, cool guys that don't necessarily have a long history in prosthetics like Herb does, and Herb is a legend. 40 plus years, I believe. Yeah, but everybody else is like new to prosthetics, but that's kind of what I like about it. It's like refreshing. They have a different view on it. Yeah, they're excited. And instead of, I feel like in O&P, I hear a lot as a user of like, this won't work and this is why. Yep. And what I like about Limber is their mentality is, I don't know how this is going to work, but I think we can make it work and we're going to figure it out. The fact that Limber and Walker and Austin are the ones that like pulled the trigger is pretty cool, and like, makes me want to be loyal to them. For sure. Well, what's next? I mean, you're going to head back home from here and maybe like take a little break and hit stops around Texas. Yeah, so I do want to talk about what's next. I'm friends with a few CEOs on LinkedIn, and they build vans and off-road rigs, and they're quite beautiful and big and expensive, out of my budget. But I had this great idea. I'd go there and I would try to pitch that, hey, I don't want a van for free, but maybe I could rent one from you for 6 months and you'll be on this journey and you'll be in all of our content. And I ran into a guy, if you guys ever watched Real World or Road Rules, his name was Dave. He went by Puck on the San Francisco show back in the 90s. And I was sitting down next to them, and I didn't notice him at first, and we were waiting for the handicap golf cart to come, and I heard his voice, and it just sounded familiar, and I leaned over, and I was about as close to him as I am to you, and there was someone sitting between us, and I was like, oh, that's Puck. I got to say hi to him. And there was a girl there with her daughter, and I assumed that they were all family, so I waited till the last minute, and I was like, hey, Puck. The bus came, and I was like, I got to say hi to you, man. You mind if I get a photo? And the guy that filmed for him asked me what I was doing, and I told him about the mission, and we didn't say anything else after that. And then they followed me on Instagram. I'd already been following them on Instagram and TikTok. And so I'm commenting on their TikToks all the time, because he has a little cooking show now, and he does farm fresh to table. And he's actually just 3 hours south of here. And I commented the other night, hey, it'd be really cool if you did a podcast interview style where you had people come on as guests and you interview them while you cook them dinner. And they immediately took a liking to that and reached out and said, hey, that's a great idea. You want to be our first guest? You can come crash with us. And so going to hang out with them all day Thursday to get to know them. And then Friday, we're going to cook and shoot some content. So really excited about that. The main reason they wanted to do this was they looked at my YouTube channel and it hasn't grown very much. And they said, we think what you're doing is amazing. And we actually wanted to reach out to you. And we were like sad we didn't exchange phone numbers while we were there. And we want to help boost it. So whether it turns into something or not, it's just kind of part of the journey. I've met some really cool people. Yeah, look for more of the Limber Partner highlights coming out. We've got a couple more coming. I don't think the AMP Group patient highlight has come out yet. And I got another breakdown of you and Walker in Oregon. So that video will be cool. And then the one you shot yesterday. So we've got a few more of those coming. And our last, clinic content day will be a pretty big fun day for wherever that clinic is. Yeah, we're building up to something big. So we don't want to mention it yet, but like the 90th clinic will be something quite remarkable, I think. And yeah, I think we got some cool ideas cooking coming up here for the last month. So we'll be hitting it hard, and you'll be hitting clinics still all over the place till we get to 90, and hopefully we re-up for another 90 or and if you're something else exciting. I'm heading back from here from Salt Lake. I think we're going to make it through Colorado. If you're in Colorado or somewhere in a corner of New Mexico, I will be going to Amarillo to see one more client that we met along the first part of the journey. And
take a little pause and break. So I know there's a lot of clinics in Texas I haven't hit yet. But I think we're going to go straight up north is the plan. But I'm open to suggestions. If you're really interested in limber or something, or Every, like, let's make something happen. Let's set something up. We'll get a patient in. Maybe I'll set you up with a scan. I'll teach you to scan, and I can answer any questions they have. I have been wearing the leg every day since I got it.
Yeah, make sure you're still following up on all of the channels and keeping track. And other than that, we'll see you next time. Thank you.